YouTube, Kick, and Twitch. Chat, if you starting to come on in. All right, we live, episode 2. Come on in. Come hang with the gang. And the first lady, we got everybody in here. In fact, we waiting on one more person, but we about to get everybody up in here. All right, let's monetize this on this end here. How y'all feeling today on Friday? Fun Friday. Payday in America. God dang. Look at my YouTube. See ya. Hey, yo, KG, you in the EA in the hey, where you supposed to be in the goddamn panel? Where you at, man? Where you in the panel? Hey, yo, you in the comments, bro. You supposed to be in the panel. What you doing? EA. Everybody pop in. Salute to all the communities. We got the goats in the building. You're about to get big alpha today. Especially if you know. Yeah. Hey, yo, KG, mute your mic. All right. Let's get it. Salute to everybody that's in here. Hop in, hang. Let's get the bubbles pulled up. See what's going on in the market. All right, 1 second here. Let me see. We got some comments in here. We got 8 people waiting for a few more people to hop in, man. Chat, how y'all doing today? What's popping? Let's get some energy. Y'all already know how we coming. All right. Share screen. It's looking good today. We got our last speaker in there. Hey, yo, KG, mute your mic for a second, man. We live, baby. All right, so we got some. Let me get me on the screen here. All righty. There we go. All right, we got a little bit of action today. It's Friday. The market is looking pretty good. I don't know if anybody's seen the news yesterday, but this was the big news. And in fact, I truly believe that this was a catalyst, right? But yesterday, President Trump officially signed the executive order opening 12.5 trillion 401k retirement market to the Bitcoin investments. I've been talking about this for months, how this could be a catalyst. Looks like the market is trying to start to price that in. I don't think it's nowhere near over, but also, the possibility of 3, maybe 2 or 3 Fed cuts ending this year. So things are looking good. We got a few catalysts. We're talking about trillions of dollars that could potentially fly into the market. Of course, there are going to be doubters. There's going to be naysayers, but I think this is a step in the right direction when you think about adoption. And for the last, I think 2 or 3 months, we've been seeing a huge uptick of institutional interest into cryptocurrency. One more thing before we bring the panel on. I don't think if anybody's been paying attention to this, but we are getting some action from the Bitcoin dominance starting to decrease here. So putting in another red candle on the weekly, looking to get below the 50-day moving average. We want to see that Bitcoin dominance anywhere between 58 and 55%, and even lower if we have any shot at what they say the definition of altcoin season is. So that's the news. Let's bring everybody on here, man, because we got some guests. We got some things we're gonna chop it up today, and I want everybody that's new to crypto, experiencing crypto. I want everybody to leave this show with at least picking up some type of alpha and learning something. So let's get into the panel. 1 second. I'm adding everybody right now. Bow. AOKG with these glasses, bro. AOKG with these glasses.
Hey, don't get mogged, my boy. You feel me?
Hold on, is this a sign that he is part of the mall community? We got. Oh my God, are they gonna get?
Ooh,
Are
let's
they
go,
trying to pull us?
Connor.
They trying to pull us into the mall
Yes,
community. What's going on with this, bro?
I got glasses too. Hey, I just can't see it.
But are you also part of the
EA, what's up,
Mog
baby?
community?
I'm lying.
I'm about to say you was just saying, meme coins was a little bit you know.
Yeah, I might have said that, but yesterday I did hit on a nice one, low key. So
Look at him.
I'm feeling some type of way, man. You hit on like three of them.
I said it to you. I said it to you and Connor. I swear.
Yeah, you wasn't playing.
Bro, you went crazy.
Hey,
Mhm.
We
hits.
also got the first lady in here, Crypto Princess. You know what's
Hello.
up? Try to be all quiet over there. We want to know what's on your mind, young lady. How you feeling this morning?
Good, good. I'm British, so I tend not to interrupt. But yeah, no, everything's good. I'm in the UK, so it's afternoon for me. But good day to you all.
Good
That's what
day
I
to
like to
you.
hear, man. So I promised my chat in my live stream yesterday that we was going to get a little bit more personal, right? Because we always cover the news, but I want this show to be a little bit more relatable for the average person in crypto, or maybe the new person in crypto. So I want to ask y'all this question, right? Because a lot of, and if you watching my channel, you probably already know my story and how I got into crypto, but maybe not know y'all's story. So I want to know how did y'all get introduced to cryptocurrency? Like, how did you find your way to this space and start making content?
Who's going first? I say I
First.
say the OGs like EA, Connor, Crypto Princess. I'm pretty sure y'all been in it longer than me, so you know.
It's all right. 2016, the story starts. I do have a friend, a nerd friend that actually was into. I don't even know how he knew about Bitcoin at the time, but he told me about it. I didn't care. 2017, right before everything starts to go up, I do see Bitcoin start to go up. From like a few $100 to no, actually it was like 5 to 800 to maybe like 2,000. I download Coinbase, I see it, I can't afford it, so I don't care about it again. It goes up again from like 2,000 to like 5 to 6,000. That's when I started to see a lot of YouTube videos. I got caught up into the whole Big Connect scam. Trevon, he probably never even he doesn't even know, but I was following him for a minute. So I used his referral code. I actually got into the whole Big Connect. Then I got a coworker of mine into Big Connect. We both got rugged, but it was only for like a few $100, so it wasn't nothing too crazy. Then my first shitter of a coin was XVG. During that whole time, I actually was just trading that because they had something that they was going to drop on the New Year's. Apparently, they end up having a big partnership that they called, but it was with Pornhub. So that's pretty much where I really got started. And then during COVID is where I felt like I knew a little bit more about crypto, where I could start the YouTube channel. So in like 2020, I started a whole YouTube channel. Even you probably still see it in my bio. It says the number one source for Polkadot, because at the time I was just all over the Polkadot ecosystem. I remember, what was his name? Chico Crypto wasn't given like the alpha where to find these new Polkadot altcoins. So I took it upon myself. I found out the altcoins. I started to share them. And that's how I started to grow on YouTube, and I started to, expand onto other altcoins, as the name says. Did Cardano, did Launchpads, did everything. And now we're here. That's my story.
Okay. Um,
Nice, nice.
feel free, anybody that wants to go next.
So EA, like, what kept you going? Like, even at the Bitfinex hack and stuff like that. Because I was actually watching this week. I ran it back like twice, bro, on YouTube. It was like it was a guy and a girl that they were a couple and they hacked it. So like after
The
all of
Big
that, what
Connect?
kept you going?
You mean Big Connect? You might?
Yeah. Oh, was it Big Connect or Big?
Yeah, Big Connect, Big Connect.
Okay. So
What
like,
kept me going, honestly, it's like the whole idea of just getting rich. I was always into stocks, anyways. So now I figured out something that we all could potentially get into very early and change our lives. So me being the type of guy I am, just kept learning about Bitcoin. I didn't own any Bitcoin at the time. I said I wasn't gonna buy anything at that time, even though I should have. Um, I was more into the altcoins. I was just looking around, the whole get rich quick type thing. Found shitters here and there, started to get that little experience of making some money here. And then the last cycle, the 2021, I remember hitting on a big launch pad. They actually paid me to make the video, but they gave me all my tokens before the token came out. So when the token came out, I was up like maybe 50K. That's the first bag I made like off gate. That for me was like amazing. So it kept me going and creating content, just seeing other people get into the space, seeing how other people um just want to invest their money. Everybody just have the same idea of just trying to get rich, and I just like it. So, and creating content, I've always been creating content since like the start of YouTube. I was creating content with Yu-Gi-Oh, things like that, Call of Duty, you name it. So I've been in the content space for a while.
So you're not here for the technology.
Nah, I'm here to get rich. I don't know who here for tech.
I'm here for the tech.
So I
I'm here
mean,
for the tech.
you know,
I love the tech.
so what's your story, Crypto Princess?
Okay, so it was in the last part of 2021, literally at the all-time high. November 2021, we hit 69,000, and that was the high for the last bull run. And it was around about this time that I entered into crypto. So with me, by the way, can I just say hello to Alex, Mr. Alex Storyteller? He's in my community and he's always supporting me. Love him loads. So yeah, 2021. I've always been very money orientated. I bought my first property when I was 17. I bought my second property when I was 21, and in between then, I've got like a property portfolio as well. I paid off my mortgage, so I was literally debt free in the pandemic. So when the pandemic started, paid off my mortgage, all the rest of it, living in a free house basically, had my property portfolio, have my own business in central London. So I had quite a decent amount of money. But what I was realizing was that I would have all of this money coming in and I would panic, because I'm the sort of person that when I was paying off my mortgage, I was living on one frozen pizza, literally one, like, and this is not even a nice frozen pizza. This is like, where you get the Saver frozen pizzas, like the rubbish ones that literally have no toppings. I was literally living off one frozen pizza for the entire day, and everything I had, I'd put towards my mortgage. So when it came to the point where I had a business, I was actually in the top 1% of female UK earners, female earners, not male. No, they earn too much. But in the top 1%. So when I had all of this money coming in and I had no mortgage to pay, it would get to 30,000 pounds or something in my bank account, and I would actually suffer proper panic attacks, like literally where I had to be taken to hospital because I thought I would die. And it was literally because I knew I shouldn't have that money, because I'd been living quite a life where, I've been buying property, been paying off the mortgages. I didn't know what to do with my money. I had a maid at the time, because at the time I was married, and being Asian, all we do is literally look after our husbands. That is it. That is literally our life. But I decided that I wanted to go out and work. So I would get the maid to make sure that, the house was clean, food was on the table, laundry and everything was done for him, because obviously we're Asian and we kind of serve our husbands. Unfortunately, our marriage did end. But yeah, I had all of this money, and then for some reason, I was just spending it. I was spending it on stupid things. I would literally go out and buy a brand new car, and I would literally go to expensive restaurants simply because I didn't know what to do with it. And because I knew I kind of shouldn't have so much money, it was affecting me to the point that sometimes I'd feel like I'd have panic attacks where I thought I'm having a heart attack or I'm having a stroke, I'm going to die. So then I discovered crypto. It was my maid we had a conversation where she said, I bought some Bitcoin. And literally that was it. Then my brother, who's a financial advisor, he once said to me, oh, have you looked into this Bitcoin stuff? I was like, no. And that was the only conversation we had. And then I started to look into Bitcoin. and the entire space, if I'm completely honest. I bought my first Bitcoin in, I think it was February 2022. But very, very early on, I realized that the amount of money that I wanted to make, I'm not going to be able to make it with Bitcoin. So I went full on degen into crypto. And that's where I actually found Millie. I found him on a show called The Gem Hunters. Me and Millie go back far back, like well over a
Gem
year, near
Hunters.
enough 2 years. Yeah. So I went completely degen, made loads of mistakes, a huge amount of mistakes, to the point in November 2023, I had enough money that I could have bought almost or round about 3 Bitcoin. And I didn't, because I decided to put them into altcoins. And then a lot of the altcoins didn't do so well. But I suppose we live and we learn. So regarding starting the YouTube channel, because obviously at the time I was going through a divorce and all the rest of it, I wanted to be part of a community. I did. I wanted to be part of a community. I was on Telegram. Millie knows this. I used to be sent like dick pics, really inappropriate messages.
I don't
All
know.
the
No, hold
no, no,
on,
not
hold
really.
on, hold on, hold on.
No, no,
Here
no,
we
We
go.
gonna
And
gotta
Millie
keep
not trying to get no
it.
Yeah, you come
allegations.
out
We
right.
gotta keep. Yeah,
not
look, look,
one
look. I don't
Millie.
know nothing. We
Yeah, you
gotta keep
come
it
out right.
PG. Hold on. Look,
No,
Crypto Princess. We'll get back to that. All right, we'll
yeah.
get back to the YouTube. Hold on. We got other contestants here as well. I gotta hear everybody's story because we only got
Yeah,
an
well,
hour.
that's how I started the YouTube channel, because I wanted to start it for women. That's literally the end of my
I
story.
wasn't expecting the WNBA to come out with the green joints on the show.
Oh,
Oh,
Millie.
Lord. All right, so we're gonna look. All right, Connor. Let's hear your story, your backstory, good brother.
So,
Hold
so,
on.
so one thing. So, you're an amazing person. That's one thing I will say. Accomplishing
Oh,
all of that at 17. Everybody in the chat, please clap it up. You feel me?
oh, thank you.
Um,
Yeah,
you
for real.
know,
That's impressive.
and then not only that, that's a huge learning curve. And yeah, I would love to be a student. Other than that, what else did I want to ask you about that? So
Hold
like,
on, we got no. We gotta get to the rest of it. We gotta get to your story as well, yo, KG. We're
okay,
gonna get back to Crypto
okay.
Princess, You know it's all love. We on the time constraint, guys. So we gotta keep it flowing. So
Yes, sir.
Connor, Ayo, KG, whoever wants to go, you know what I'm saying? Tell us a little bit about your
Connor,
backstory, how y'all
you
got
up
to
next?
crypto. The chat is loving it.
Yeah, sure. So for me, I got into crypto actually during COVID. Initially, I was trying to learn forex, and people, if you're in my community watching, I mentioned so many times I tried learning forex for years, like for a while. But then I came across a YouTube video back in 2020. I think it was Ivan on Tech. He used to have like these morning shows. Out of nowhere, just started watching it.
It
The
was a
video was
golden
like,
show.
yep. Watching that, I was instantly hooked. And yeah, it was at that time where, I guess I was trying so many different businesses, stuff like that. This was before I started my channel. I was trying stuff for at least a decade, trying to figure out, how can I make money? What's going to work for me? Was throwing COVID checks into the market, and seeing the kind of money that I started to make was like, that's when I flipped the switch in my mind. I'm like, I've tried businesses, all this different stuff for years. Crypto is what has worked for me, even though obviously the market just pumped for a while. And then rode that out, bought some NFTs back in 2022, rode that out straight to zero, being a degen. And over this last, 2 years, kind of completely just changed that. And from here to wrap, and I think it was watching the kind of money that I can make, even though I lost most of that through the bear market. I knew that was like almost like my out, and that's why I've stuck with crypto and started my channel, because I knew that I'd be going very heavy looking into altcoins, because I knew that was going to change my life, and it did so far. And I just wanted to help people along the way, you know. So that's kind of how I got into crypto and why I started my channel.
That's what's up, good brother. You was throwing them stimmies in the crypto, huh? And flipping it.
Yeah,
Throwing them stimmies, bro. I remember them days.
yeah,
Hey, bro. Everybody was locked in the house.
yeah,
They
dude.
like, hey, crypto. What? Bitcoin went from like 3,900. It just started shooting, bro.
Yeah, that
I
was
remember throwing a
crazy,
couple
bro.
stimmies in what Doja Mars back in the day. You feel me? Doja Mars and
Yep.
Shiba Inu. Speaking of Shiba Inu,
Good shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
hey yo
She,
KG, how did you get introduced to crypto, good brother?
Hey, for everybody out there, man, so for me myself, I'm like I told y'all before, I never invested. I never cared. I never cared about saving money. Um, I was caught up my whole life, right? I got a key to both of my grandparents' houses on both sides of the family. If I needed something, I could call my uncle. Um, I jumped into like truck driving like around when I turned like 26, 27, right? So working like bad jobs and all this other stuff and having money, not being responsible, just blowing it. And so fast forward, right? We get to the point to where I have my daughter. So I have my daughter. I start being more responsible and saving, and I had all this money in a bank account, and I had to reflect, and I'm like, look, I can't even buy no more stuff, right? Jewelry, grills, clothes, shoes. I got it all. What more is there in life? I said, man, I want my money to be making me money. I needed to appreciate because I went to my bank account and I'm seeing like a couple cents of dividends. I said, nah, this ain't gonna work, bro. That's too much money sitting there, not grossing. And so then I looked at crypto. I looked at cryptocurrency. I fell down like the YouTube Shiba Inu echo chamber, not knowing what it was. Shiba Inu was my first token I bought. I even hit Millie up and took a screenshot. And he was like, "Man, I didn't even know you had so much."
Did the universe come talk to you in your prayers and told you need to buy more Shiba Inu?
Yes, yeah. In the middle of the night, I'm just buying shit on the phone, bro. Just tripping. So when you told me to hold it, I held it, and then that's like literally that same week, like 2 days later, it just shot up to like 7K, 8K. So I was like, damn, wow, this is real. Sat back, watched Millie show for like 2 years, never saying nothing, just on the road, just listening, tuning in, right? Um, and yeah, that's how I onboarded to crypto, man. And ever since then, it's just been a blast. And yeah, bro, I'm a post chain maxi.
Look. Now, so y'all, I got, because and I know a lot of people already know my story, so I'm not really going, get into my story. But at the end of the day, it seems like the general theme here was y'all wanted to make money in crypto, right? Some people made money in crypto, some people round tripped. I've been on both angles. I done round tripped, I done made money in crypto. But as far as this cycle, I gotta ask y'all this, right? Because there's a lot of listeners out there that make mistakes and we all make mistakes, right? What would y'all say is the biggest mistake you made this cycle, and what would you tell the chat to avoid?
Well,
that's a good question.
the biggest mistake is like not knowing the totality of what you're doing when you're doing it. Like you have to have a set plan, and it has to be like it has to work. It just has to work. At the end of the day, you don't want to feel like you missed out. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I always refer to like grab your blue chips, bro. You can't miss. You can shoot your shot all day with altcoins or meme coins, AI and but like it's always a superior play, like Tau, right? You talk about Tau all the time. That's the most superior AI play. So if you buy AI plays on that are just tokens and you really don't know, right? That you get what I'm saying, right? You get what I'm saying. So yeah, I'm gonna let everybody else talk. So just make sure it works. Make sure it matters. Like everything matters, bro. Do not play around. We will never see these all-time lows again. I'm telling y'all right now, BlackRock is in, the government is in, right? So do it to the best of your abilities. Don't just sit back. You ain't got time no more. People back then could say that, and even from 2023, like Crypto P. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Crypto Princess? So you can make those mistakes back then, but it's gonna get to the point to where it ain't gonna be no coming down. It ain't gonna be the bear market that you used to seeing because the money is coming in. So get right, bro. Get right. Don't just be a maxi on one token and one blockchain. You better come with it. Because guess what? That's when it becomes PvP. And somebody like me, risky, 90% all in, you know what I'm saying? You might not get a bag that you want. I'm just
Hey, yo,
saying.
KG, you on some super cycle shit over here, bro. You is lit right now. Yeah, the show goes on, right, good
Hey,
brother?
yes, sir. The show goes on, you know what I'm saying? So that's why y'all see that Vegeta logo, you know what I'm saying? I'm powering up, bro. Putting in that work.
Crypto Princess, what about you? You said you've told me plenty of times you're a Bitcoin maxi. You know, what was the mentality behind that? And if you could tell the viewers out there things to avoid in crypto, what would it be?
Okay, so the biggest mistake I made in crypto was obviously in November 2022, where I could have got 3 Bitcoin. Instead, I decided to go degen. It's your mentality and it's knowing what timeline you have, which is very, very important. And it's also knowing what you want to do with your your crypto. So for me, my Bitcoin, I have an altcoin bag and I have a Bitcoin bag, but I am technically a Bitcoin maxi. The reason why I have the reason why I'm a Bitcoin maxi is because my time horizon is 50 years from now. I don't need that money. That money, my Bitcoin bag, is for my great great grandchildren. It's not for me. So when I buy Bitcoin, that's for generational wealth. On the other hand, I have an altcoin bag. I did go super degen, like super degen, which I do regret. Now I probably should have stuck to bigger, more established projects. Um, Web, it is also doing your research. So I know I know crypto is not going anywhere. Why? Because the future of the internet is Web3. And what is Web3? Well, Web3 will be built on blockchain technology. Blockchain technology is not going anywhere. And that's why I'm also in crypto for the tech. So I'm in crypto for 2 things. One, for generational wealth. I cannot make generational wealth in one cycle. I cannot make generational wealth in 2 cycles. I can make generational wealth if I look at it that actually I want to be the type of person who my descendants have a picture of me or a painting of me or a statue of me. And to do that, I'm now buying Bitcoin today and I will never sell it in my lifetime because I'm building generational wealth to leave a legacy. Is all about the legacy. Now, for myself, I have an altcoin bag. It is too degen for me. So this cycle, I will be selling my altcoin bag when I can for profits, and then I will be mainly in the high cap coins instead of going completely and utterly degen, if that makes sense.
All right, so yeah, that's definitely the thoughts of a Bitcoin maxi. But this is the thing. I tend to agree there because when you compare Bitcoin to other legacy assets, Bitcoin is still a infant, maybe a toddler's 2.22 something trillion, right? You look at gold, it's already above 10 trillion. All legacy assets are above 10 trillion. So, and Bitcoin was able to do this in 13, 16 years. So now you're looking at how will Bitcoin look in the next 15 years, right? And if people continue to look at it as this hedge to inflation because it can't be inflated, then there's going to be a supply shock, which can only push the price higher. So I tend to understand that. I think the conflict comes when people think I can put $1,000 in Bitcoin and become a millionaire, or I can put $100 into a blue chip and
The
become a
thing is,
millionaire in
I
this
actually,
cycle.
oh yes, okay, I
You get what
understand
I'm
that.
saying? Like a
No.
lot of people who watch YouTube, they instantly think that this 100, 200, $1,000 is going to make them rich in this cycle without believing in delayed gratification. So, like, we got to make it clear, like, she's investing over time and dollar cost averaging to put herself in a position to get that generational wealth.
But
But
just one thing, I just want to say hi to Fritz. Hi, Fritz.
What up, Fritz?
they're using the chat for Fritz. Connor, EA, what's up? Talk to me.
I let Connor go. You know,
All right, bro. Thanks. Yeah, so for me personally, I am definitely very degen. I don't care how much, capital I have. I love being in the trenches and looking for new launches. That's those crazy moves. To me, I live for that. I'd say the biggest lesson though that I've learned
Trenches.
this cycle, it's like I've still round tripped a few bags a cycle. Biggest thing is to not just expect retail to come and pump your bags. We've seen many times where retail may have come in for a little bit, whether it was during meme coin mania last year, the AI agent narratives, things started moving for a bunch of different reasons. But what I've learned this cycle is to look to front run the Twitter space, or not Twitter space, the crypto space. I mean, I was going to say that because crypto Twitter, I kind of use that as a reference. Front run crypto Twitter and what the crypto space is going to look at in the future versus just expecting retail to come. But the only thing about that is that if there was a time to actually think betting on retail coming back, it's probably now, very soon versus later. It's just we've seen it over the last year on and off. I think it's just been having that mentality for me, even when things pump 5, 10x, because in the back of my head in the past, it's like, oh, well, we still got retail that's going to come, over the next few months. That's made me round trip more than, just kind of taking profits as things go up and just playing the market as it is right in front of you. Um, so that's what I would say.
I'm a DJ, bro. I'm with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got blue chips. You already know I got blue chips, but
Oh, yeah.
I love my, chance at and chat it's gambling. This is not fucking investing. When we talk this DJ stuff, it's gambling, right? You gotta understand that mindset. Yes, you can hit, but yes, you can lose it all. So practice good risk management. EA,
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
I can't top the panel, man. I can't top what everybody just said. I agree with everything everyone said. Um, as I said last stream that we was on, I did tell you guys got to do what's best for you, right? What's best for Millie might not be best for you. What's best for me might not be best for you. What's best for Connor might not be best for you. So on and so forth. That's just how it works. Biggest lesson I learned, like I said, don't listen to the outside noise. And as Connor also said, basically, you can't just wait for retail and things like that. When you're up a lot, you got to know how to rotate that bag. Um, I round trip, what is it, 3 plays? From Genon, the biggest meme I still have hit on so far, to virtuals. I round trip virtuals from 30 cents to $5. Came down. I'm still holding virtuals. Game. I got game around that $5 million market cap. Where did it go? Like 4 million, 400 million, something like that. So for me, that's the biggest lesson is to know when to take your profits and actually start to rotate that into other things and not get too greedy when you see so much money, so much like percentage in your portfolio. You got to know when to take that profit, put it to the side, whether that's you got some future plans, you want to buy a car, whatever it is, take some of that profit, put it to the side and leave it just for that and start to play with other different things and learn to adapt because crypto is an ever evolving door. If you don't know, like Connor said, you got to front run the entire crypto space. What I've been saying from AI agents, once Bitcoin goes down and comes back up, a new narrative starts to pop up. We went from the biggest narrative being the AI agents to now, as Bitcoin's starting to run up, it's not only AI, it's an entire base ecosystem. Of course, as Bitcoin gets higher, a lot of more altcoins will go higher as well, depending on how you look at things. But being able to adapt and learn the trends and what could be popping in like 2, 3, 6 months, you'll be good. And that's it.
yeah, I think a lot of people is sleeping on the institutional aspect to what's happening right now, right? We're seeing pro crypto laws that we've never seen, right? We're seeing like the government, literally government officials shilling cryptocurrencies on crypto Twitter, and it's just everything about crypto seems to be not only hype but attention, right? So, you're gonna round trip bags, but this cycle for me personally has been a cycle of rotation, right? Being able to say, okay, I got a 10x, I got a 15x. I could go for this 50x, but I don't know if everybody gonna hold their bag. So maybe I take profits here and rotate into another niche or another narrative. I think for me personally, that's been most profitable. At some point, we'll get back to like the diamond hands, but I don't want to kind of take away from diamond hands because I've seen projects where they've accumulated for almost 6 to 12 months. Aura was one of them. Mog was one of them. SPX, where if you just held and had diamond hands, the whales blessed you. So it's kind of like a mix, and it's kind of like what EA was saying. Chat, you got to find out what type of crypto person or what type of investor you're going to be. I got a question about this because we always talking about how we're every crypto influencer whatever wants to be right and things of that sort. But I gotta ask y'all this, and we don't talk about this enough, right? What's something you believed about crypto 2 years ago that you now think that you was completely wrong about? I'm gonna go first and just say, and I know this is gonna sound crazy, but like maybe the jury is still out, but gaming has been horrible. Like gaming in crypto has just been horrible. Hopefully it comes back, but I thought he'd be doing better right now. 2 years ago, if you would have told me gaming crypto's been shaking like this, I would have been like, nah, you tripping. But
Drop
what y'all think?
drop the sound effect.
I won't lie to you.
I
Alex
ain't got
did
it.
his job, boy. Alex did his
I ain't
job.
got it on this platform.
Okay.
Alex Becker shielded everyone to the highest of the tops for gaming in terms of just being able to sell the idea of blockchain and gaming go together. It is a good combo, but everybody got sold on it.
Man,
Me personally, what I would say, of course, you said gaming, I'll say hodl. Hodl, at least for this cycle, is not what it was for the previous cycle. So that's one fallacy or myth you can say. Um, I learned about. So hodl.
Mhm. I think with me, um, obviously history doesn't repeat, it rhymes, as we say in crypto. I studied the previous cycles, especially 2017. What I wasn't aware of in 2017 was that the amount of altcoins that they had were in the thousands. Now they have millions of altcoins, millions of meme coins. So what I did wrong was I went degen thinking, oh well, you know what, when Bitcoin picks up, all of these altcoins are going to run with it, not knowing until too late that there's just too many projects out there.
good freaking point. The dilution in crypto is insane right now, and a lot of people thought Bitcoin was going to start an altcoin season, but by definition, it never happened. Uh, Connor, Ayo, what y'all got on?
Yo, you can go ahead, bro.
Y'all ready for me to load up a clip? You feel me? I mean, uh, I don't know. I guess I'm more optimistic, right? So when we say hodl, hodling might be like like that Bitcoin legacy story, where you hold from $1, $700 up until now, depending on the blockchain, right? We can obviously see that's on Solana, right? And I know everybody's against meme coins, but I'm looking at Bonk on Solana, and they built on top of that platform, and the less Bonk token does have like certain mechanics, right? So maybe for something like that, like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then all of the other layers built on top of that, I'm looking at that when it comes to meme coins on that specific platform, like Pump Fun. You know what I'm saying? So like the less Bonk token and man, how do I say it? So like that whole DEX, right? When it launches, it helps burn Bonk token. So just like people like Doge, you know what I'm saying? It was a token of store value. And then over time it just appreciated. So something like that, I might hodl just a small bag and not really think about it. Nothing like too extreme, you feel me? What else? What else? What man?
But
Repeat it back
well,
to me.
I mean, like in 2022, right? Something that you was extremely bullish on that you would just say I was wrong about. I'm not even bullish. I don't even mess with it no more.
Mm,
Or you just
man,
still hodling every bag from 2022, man, because you just that much of a Chad, my
uh,
guy. You like you
uh,
look. You make us believe. Hey, you make us believe, man. You like Marad, bro. You
I
just give
do.
us hope with hodling, bro. I ain't even trying to
But
break your resolve,
E,
bro. If that's what
E,
you on, let's get it.
EA right, but it's all about the time length. Even when I'm in post change, I seen PWBTC, which is a fork of the real Bitcoin, right? But it only has 100,000 supply. It went from $50 to $2,600. I was able to front run that and make a nice bag. You know what I'm saying?
Uh, could
Um,
I could I
Bro,
interject real
I'm
quick and
with
just
y'all,
say
chat.
something?
Look, hold on, chat. I'm with y'all. I'm
Let,
hodling my layer
let,
go
ones.
ahead.
I'm
let me
hodling
say
my
something.
cow.
Let me say something to answer Wise Mind. When I said hodl, I didn't mean like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all these other majors. I'm literally just talking about the risky altcoins. When
Hmm.
you was here in
Yep.
2021, you can actually hold an altcoin, right? And then once that altcoin season, quote unquote, happened, it took off, and you could hold it for those gains. Right now, like Millie said, it's about rotation. Once you get your altcoin to run like 10, 20, 30x, whatever it may be, you got to start thinking about rotating to something else.
Facts.
That's what I meant by hodl isn't as it was for 2021.
But hold on, EA.
And
Let's
you're
go
right.
deeper. Let's go deeper, EA. I love this subject. But
So,
what changed that? Where
so
was the change? Like so
Just
when
like
everybody's
crypto
attention span became a squirrel.
just like Crypto Princess said, the amount of tokens that came in. Me and you, we also had this conversation on why I didn't believe so much in memes. It's the amount of dilution, right? So for memes specifically, there's always a new meme coin that comes out that grabs someone's attention. So
yeah.
if it runs from like 100K to 10 million, there's some people that feel like, oh, the gains is lost. I can't do whatever from there no more. Especially the ones that come in later. Now they start to rotate. You look at the what was that meme that just
Hmm.
dropped not too long ago, the final boss.
I was just
People were
about to
make
say that the guy,
Yeah.
he was like,
yeah,
Yeah.
people were
he
making a
was
killing on
laughing.
that,
Yeah.
right? And now you're not
Yeah.
seeing no one talk
Yeah.
about the memes that were previously before that. Also,
Hmm.
what was it? Coinbase just retweeted like one of them little historical memes off of Bitcoin. The one that I sent you guys, right? There's one on Rune. Now people are talking about that. So the attention span, especially with the amount of tokens now, is just is very little. And when you go into regular altcoins, that money is just spread over all types of utilities. So if you catch one, it's like catching a lightning in a bottle, right? If it's like catching like virtuals early, now it's
Hey,
like catching like Zora early.
here,
It's going to be
here
something else
today,
new.
tomorrow, right?
Exactly.
So, and Millie, like you said in the past, for these last 2 years, like, hey, you could pick something up and it never pumps again. Remember that?
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
told us something. Remember
And
that?
then remember when you dropped that meme? Remember when you dropped that meme? You said, "Hey, you're gonna be like the skeleton looking out the window, like yo, man."
Bro.
You feel me?
It's
So
been an
he ain't right.
ongoing theme in crypto YouTube, right? You got the one crypto YouTubers that understand that there was bubbles, there was opportunity, there was niche, there was narratives that pump. But then you got this other sector of communities. I call them the Ben Cowans that believe nothing ever happened. No one made money with altcoins, and altcoin season never and may not ever happen. And I understand the definition of altcoin season, but I don't agree with that. There was an opportunity, right? And
True.
you get like when you in crypto, man, I think somebody said this, it can become an echo chamber, right? One person say something and then a million people say the same thing, right? But I think the gems, and that's why I really like everybody's personality on this show, because y'all are willing to go out there and do the research, come up with your own thesis and come up with your own opinion and deliver it to your community, opposed to just listening to some random person that's not really connected to the trenches. I feel like the YouTubers that aren't too big like us, you feel me? We're a little bit more connected to the average normie. You know what I mean? So we know what's really happening, right? Opposed to the ones that already made it. They like, we made it. We ain't really locked in like that. So I
Hmm.
believe there was opportunity. I believe there was money to be made. I've seen money, right? I've round tripped. I've made really good. I'm full time YouTube. I can't complain. Well, Web3, not even fucking YouTube, but I can't complain. But you'll run into these people that will sell you this idea that nothing ever happened with altcoins. And I just can't agree with that. There's nothing wrong with anybody with that they thesis. I respect it. I just don't agree with that. I think we on EA.
I must admit, I don't think that
Holland.
at all, if I'm completely honest. It's just because of the technology behind it. And like I said, Web3 will be built on blockchain technology. And I could be completely wrong, but when you look at it, you'll always have certain blockchains, even though there could be 100 blockchains, it doesn't take, it might not be so difficult to make the blockchain if you have, by the way, hello, Bulldog. If you have the
W's on that
expertise.
comment.
However, you have Amazon is the leader of, like Amazon, Apple, Google. These are the sort of companies that are the leaders in their field. And I think that what you will have is you'll have certain blockchains that will come out and they will take the market share. Now, it was and it still is Ethereum now. Whether Ethereum's going to, I mean, I personally don't think Ethereum is dead. Whether or not it's going to stay for the future, there'll always be another coin that comes up, another project that comes up, etc. But at one point we will see another Apple, another Amazon, another Google, but in the blockchains. So I do think we are really
Facts.
early when it comes to
True.
blockchain technology, and I do think that you'll have these some certain blockchains that will make people a lot of money if they're able to hold. Now, holding and hodling in crypto is one of the hardest things to do.
Doesn't get talked
Yep.
about enough, right? People,
True.
we say casually, like, yeah, hold Bitcoin from
It's
$1
funny
to
because people can hold
100,000.
people
You know
can
how many
hold
like
stocks,
roller
but you
coaster
can't hold.
emotions?
Yeah, I mean, like I was going to say, people can hold stocks, but we can't hold Bitcoin. We can't hold crypto.
I think
Yeah,
that's just because of the volatility, really. Holding last cycle, if you would have held any altcoin last cycle to the bear market before this cycle started, you would have lost tremendous amount. You probably would have been in a negative, to be honest. That's just how badly it went down, right? So people look at it from Bitcoin's top, from where is it, 69K to 15. Altcoins get hit much harder. You could have got Solana in the bear market for like $3, $4. What was it, $5? I don't even know the bottom for Solana. Now look at where Solana is. So that's what I meant essentially by hodling. Of course, there's going to be altcoins that come back around and get to like the new heights or whatever. Like again, like Solana, but you holding from last cycle, depending on where you got Solana at, you probably still not. You probably still didn't even break even, depending where you got it at. Right now, if you would have bought it in the bear market lows, $4, $5, $6, $10, whatever it is, now you're making your money. So that's like, of course, there's going to be some other ones that come out and then they stabilize themselves even in the bear market. They're unshaken, but we don't know. We're not we're not fortune tellers. So hindsight is 2020 as always. That's what I mean.
No, yeah, I
College,
definitely
man.
agree with that. Yeah, but no, I was gonna say, to answer the question from earlier, it's literally like very similar to what you guys are saying from HODL. I was gonna say it's just to think that it's as easy as it was before, and it kind of goes in with what you were saying, Crypto Princess too. Just the dilution has changed the whole game like crazy. It's like you got to be very selective, whether it is a meme coin, whether it's utility. You have to be selective with how you're choosing these projects. Kind of why, because I feel like it's just there are different factors into why things are going to move, things are going to run in the market today versus like what it was in previous cycles. Just very interesting how things have changed up with all this dilution and stuff. And my bad too. I was like smiling a minute ago. I just see some people talking about masks.
Hey, I see over the chat that you got the mask people going crazy. But yeah,
Yeah.
man, like I mean, you
I do
already know
want
how
to,
we gonna get
Millie,
on. We gonna
before you
keep it
say one more
real.
thing,
Go
before
ahead,
you
go
say
ahead.
my fault, I do want to say also the point of hodling is very hard because of tokenomics. Dilution that comes over time is going to hurt the play. So hodl is another reason. That's another reason I don't believe too much in hodl unless it's like Bitcoin, Ethereum,
Bars.
those that are the majors
Bars.
as of right now.
Right. You know how it go, man. It's a lot of stuff that go into why hodling doesn't work like it used to, right? Yeah, I can go into stuff on chain, like market makers. Let's not talk about market makers. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep it real. We're gonna keep it real. We're gonna keep it real. Like the MMs don't give a fuck about us. Like they don't care. They're gonna load their bags. That's what they do. They live off us. They extract us. Like MMs are the worst. Like, but we need MMs to pump. Also, like understanding like what's artificial and what's not. And yes, doing research and allowing that research to put you in a position to network. Let's just keep it real. When you know what you know and you're in those groups, you in around that crowd, you got a edge on somebody that just isn't. I think somebody said it in the chat. It just is what it is. So like my TG, my wallet trackers, my Twitter trackers, my scanners, like I got the edge regardless, right? I even got a sniper bot. You know what I'm saying? So like there are tools, there are things that can give you the edge in crypto, but it's the biggest way you can get the edge in crypto is networking. Networking, y'all. Networking. Putting yourself in a position, and I don't know fucking insidership, but just like learning things in crypto and putting yourself into those groups where you can have an ear to what may be the next niche, what may be the next narrative, what Web2 company what may be looking to get into crypto. I talked about this in one of the streams 6 months ago, like when Crystal Princess was talking about Amazon and all those Web2 companies not really being on the blockchain. That's true. Think about when every NFL team has its own blockchain and every player is tokenized and every player's jersey is tokenized. Like we're just at the cusp of what blockchain technology truly can do. And you already see the government moving into it. They like, look, the guy said it yesterday. He's like, we could just do everything on the blockchain. What do we need banks for? You know what I mean? So like, just prepare. Understand that maybe this cycle is coming to the end, but the grand scheme of things, I feel like we got so much more to go for the grand scheme of things. I understand this cycle may be coming to an end, but I think bigger picture here.
I agree.
I mean, when you think about it, I'm so sorry. Carry on, Connor.
Oh no, that's okay. I was just agreeing with Millie.
Y'all go ahead. I'm just getting into the comments.
So just very quickly, when you look at it, when I got into crypto in 2021, I thought, oh my God, I'm so late. Like, seriously, why didn't I do this before? But Bitcoin will have 32 halvings. We're at number 4. Do you not like we're so early. When people say, oh, the all-time high, well, technically, from my understanding, now obviously I could be wrong and it depends how you guys view certain things. You know, Bitcoin on the 3rd of January 2029, that was a Genesis book. Up until now, it was worth, you could get hundreds for literally, $1, hundreds of them. And now it's over 100,000. It's never been in a traditional bear market, although we do call it a bear market. There's only been 3 years where Bitcoin's price has fallen throughout the year, and it's ended, or the all-time the low. It's kind of ended on a low, and that was in 2014 to 2018 and 2022. And just moving forward with all the adoption, and we're talking about America now. I mean, America's like so late to the game. Iran was buying Bitcoin. When was Iran buying Bitcoin? In 2017. Iran was buying Bitcoin, to the point this is a rogue state, and we're talking about a state that we don't think is as advanced as America. But in the 2021 bull run, Iran had 5% of the mining power for Bitcoin. On my channel, I've done loads of things. Iran, I won't get into there's loads of countries that have outrun America, if that makes sense. And it's like if you find oil in your back garden, don't tell anyone. So if you've got Bitcoin, don't tell anyone. And who was it? Bhutan's just come out and said, oh, actually, we've got loads of Bitcoin. And it's like, okay, you guys are going to get taken over. You signed your death warrant now.
I see El Salvador about to have the first Bitcoin bank out there. Like a
I was out there too.
Bank. Oh, look at my guy. What you was doing out there, man?
Yeah, I was living life, man. El Salvador is lit. El Salvador, Argentina, they doing Bitcoin stuff too. I was in Argentina, what was it, June? Yeah. I'm going to all the countries that doing something with Bitcoin.
You did Puerto Rico? Did you go to Puerto Rico yet?
No. I know why you going there. You gotta chill. Not yet.
crypto hub, bro. Let's go there
Puerto
for
Rico, Puerto Rico
friendly.
crypto hub, or is it something else I need to find? Yeah, come on now.
No, no. Look. No, I appreciate this conversation because there's a lot to look forward to in crypto, in the blockchain. I'm seeing a lot of y'all done sparked up a lot of people to drop some coins in the chat.
Yeah,
You
y'all
know what
drop
I'm
your
saying?
favorite plays,
Uh,
man.
Nah, Mantra did me dirty, bro. Mantra is a coin from 2021
Oh,
that got me sick. Cause first of all, they was all about DeFi,
wasn't that a
right?
real or a hack?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
But the thing
Yeah,
is,
I was on this
during this little
Xbox.
bear market, they changed the RWA and straight did over 100x from the bottom. And I was sick because I was always thinking about buying it again, and I never did. Now I don't like them.
I don't blame you. You know, we ain't got
Oh,
time for
bless
no,
you.
Terra Luna rally, with the mantra. So hey man, y'all better get y'all blue chips in. Y'all
Are
better
we
get the right
about to
ones.
fucking pump or not? Are
Yes,
we
we about to
are we
pump,
about to
bro.
pump or not, man?
We about to go
Give
We're
me
crazy.
some
4,002 right now.
hopium.
Yep, 4,002.
4,000?
4,004.
Hold on, hold
Yeah,
on.
I've
So
been looking at my portfolio. I ain't gonna lie. Once somebody said 4K ETH, I just immediately opened my portfolio. Just had to look what was going on.
Yep.
Yeah,
Gonna
so
crack.
hold on. Let me ask y'all this, right? When it's boring like this in the market, right? When there's nothing going on, you feel me? We're going sideways. Like, how do y'all cope? How do y'all manage, right? Because how do you stay like not connected emotionally to your crypto wallet and portfolio, but still don't put yourself to where you start making crazy moves? Like let me know what y'all got going on when the market is boring.
I stay away from my wallets pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Don't touch it, don't look at it, just leave it. You feel me? If everything is going good, why interrupt it? I'll come back in when I get paid and I'll DCA in a little bit more. No pressure, bro.
I'll be honest. I don't care if the market is good or bad. The first thing I do is when I wake up, I open my wallet to see where it's at.
Soon as you you a vet now, EA,
But
bro. What type
I'll
of
be
coins
I,
you buying
I be,
Solana meme coins, bro?
nah.
On the
I'll be
low,
honest.
you ain't telling us you've been with the in the trenches. That's what it is, dog.
Nah. I've been in the base trenches. The base trenches. I don't do Solana trenches no more.
Okay.
But I've been doing this since I don't even know however long. First thing I do when I wake up, you know how people look for their notifications. I skip through all the notifications. I don't care who texted me over the night. I just gotta check with their wallet at, where it's at. That's it. Is it down 1%, up 1%? That's it.
Yeah, I used to wake up during the night to check my wallet. I'm a bit better.
See, you understand.
Yeah.
What
I'm
y'all-
a bit better now. I used to literally wake up 2-3 times during the night to check my wallet. But just very quickly, so with me, because I was an investor and I came into the market as an investor, I've actually learned how to trade, and I'm moving on actually to mining and trading bots as well, which I'll be getting into towards the end of the year. So I have all these different streams of income. What I did was decided to really educate myself. So on a green day, Billy's laughing.
Stop laughing, Millie. Stop
Okay.
laughing.
you know
Stop
he
laughing.
ain't know
Stop
I'm
laughing.
laughing.
Stop laughing. Stop laughing.
Why
Stop
is
laughing.
he laughing? But on a red day, I'm more than happy to actually buy a little bit more, or just to have. I mean, red days don't phase me anymore. And I'll tell you what book it was. It was called Trading in the Psychology. No, Trading in the Zone is that book. If you read that book, you don't get FOMO. And then there's another book as well that I read that I highly recommend, and that's The Mental Game of Trading by Gerard. Gerard's been on my channel as well. And then with that book, you kind of understand that it's not actually your crypto portfolio that's giving you all of this anxiety. It's the way that you've actually the way that you do things yourself, the way that you're buying coins, all the rest of it is actually yourself and your actions that are giving you anxiety, not your portfolio, if that makes sense. So I highly recommend those 2 books, and that's what I did. I just got educated.
Yeah, you heard. Hey, you pressed the button. You hit buy. You hit sell. Accountability. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I do know that name, Solo TV. I'm trying to figure out where I know the name from.
You
I
know,
think
okay,
he a content creator, right?
I think so. He's like, you want to
I
interview?
do know. I know the name, and also I'm never doxing myself. Leave me alone, please.
They want you to dox on the show. Yo, this is
Hell
crazy,
nah.
man.
Don't do
Look,
it, bro.
yo,
Don't do it,
KG
dog.
said it ain't worth
Every
it.
time you turn
It ain't,
around,
hey, it ain't worth it, EA. Hey, it ain't
don't
worth
do
it,
it,
bro.
bro.
It's tough being dogs, bro.
Oh,
Carter is
trust me, I've
triple
seen
princess
what
mode.
happened to these guys. I don't need to do it. Y'all
Just
trying to
very
Fact,
quickly,
fact.
you know, you're not doxing yourself. It's not actually a bad thing. On my
Not at
channel,
all.
and I've had
Not at all.
just very quickly, I've had Millie on my channel, but after that, I've had loads of crypto content creators on my channel, and I can actually name you people who have received death threats. So we've got J Chains, we've got Drew from blockchain. What's its name? Crypto. Basement blockchain death threats. He's got families. He's got a family with J Chains, who used to be very close to Ben Armstrong. They said that they will kill his entire bloodline. He's got a daughter. Then we've got some. You know, who else was it? I've just had somebody. We had Taco, who was on recently. Again, death threats, and they actually psychologically live in your head. So even though you might be thinking, "Wait a second, this person, he's just on the internet. He doesn't mean it." It really does affect you, especially for a man, because you don't think about yourself, you think about your family, you think about your wife, etc. I hope they don't come after me because I'm female, because if they came after me, that's a very low blow. But you know, so many bad things happen to content creators. It really, you know, loads of bad things happen. So yeah, I'm
Oh,
not
yeah, I
yeah.
know, but I ain't for all that.
All
But
right.
y'all can pull up if y'all want.
Look, y'all, hey, we gonna keep it positive, all positive
Yeah,
vibes. You feel me?
guys.
Because we got positive vibes on here. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
man.
Nah,
Salute.
Solo
Hopefully,
is not a forgotten OG. If I remember, you're not forgotten. So yeah, you might have been. I knew I seen his YouTube channel before. I just don't forgot. I forgot what he used to talk about, but I know that content creator.
Know him? All right. So closing thoughts, man. Anything anybody wanna say? Just to close us out here, man. Feel free. The floor is open. You know, kind of slow day on news, man. So you know, we just winging it right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna let Connor go. Go ahead.
No, I got the ETH chart like just open 4,005. This has got a
We
crack today.
hold on. We made it. We made
This
it.
has
Oh,
got a
shit.
crack. It's got a
Oh
hold.
shit. Oh
I'm
shit.
waiting for this
It's
thing
not
to
dead.
push.
It's just like, do you remember how many times they said Bitcoin was dead? Have you guys heard of the Lindy effect? So that basically means that if a technology has lasted 10 years, it's got a very, very high likelihood of it continuing to last. Now, with Ethereum, just very quickly, Vitalik Buterin wrote the white paper in 2013. We had the ICO, and obviously he announced it in 2014 at the Bitcoin conference. 2015, they launched it. It's been 10 years. I don't think Ethereum is going anywhere. It's the same sort of thing that they did with Bitcoin. Oh, it's dead, it's dead, it's dead. I don't think Ethereum is dead.
Nah,
Ethereum's waking up.
Nah, that's the
Orange, you just said.
institutional layer.
You see
Hey,
4,000.
we just getting started. We
Yo,
just getting started.
Yeah.
Well, Orange, you
I
said, hey,
agree, dude.
we
Yo,
just getting started. All right, so we gonna close it out like this. We gotta make it hard for y'all before we close it out. You feel me? And y'all gotta remind me in the Telegram chat what we gonna do for the giveaway. So, guys, I haven't forgot about it. We just never talked about it in TG. We gonna do a giveaway. We're gonna do a giveaway, and I keep my word. Y'all already know that. One altcoin, chat. Before we go, one altcoin that if you need, that everybody needs to be researching right now. One altcoin. Give it to me, and we out of here.
Altcoin, not bit. Okay.
You can say Bitcoin if that's what
Oh,
everybody.
Bitcoin. Oh my God.
You know.
No.
No. We let you off. You said you got an altcoin bag. Nah, you can't get away with that.
Mhm.
Okay,
One
let everybody
altcoin.
else go. Okay, if I had to say something, I would say Cardano or ADA. The reason why I would say ADA is obviously one, the founder is a very, very highly intelligent man. I don't know if you guys like him or you don't like him. I don't care. But he was also a co-founder of Ethereum. Not only that, it is the most peer-reviewed blockchain that there is, period. Nothing comes close to it. It is so reviewed, and it's driven by science. So if I had to choose one blockchain that I think will last a while, I would or will go up in price, etc., I would say Cardano.
Great choice. And that's that. If you don't know, chat, that's part of the crypto reserve. Next up,
My fault. Let's go on a base play. Let's go Bankerbot for the win.
I've been looking into that for the last
Yeah,
72
true.
hours. Good
I
brother.
know
It's been
Connor's gonna
rocking.
say Zora, so I'm gonna leave Zora to Connor. I'm gonna leave it to him.
Yeah.
What's your thesis on Banker? You guys can't leave us hanging.
Oh, programmable money. Essentially, with the base app coming out, essentially, you can create group chats and use the agent to settle bets, send money, whatever you guys want to do with BankerBot. You're able to do it. You can even do it on X right now. You could tag BankerBot, hey, buy me such and such for this wallet or whatever, and it will do it. It has Solana, it has Base, it has Ethereum. It's just going to be pushed by Coinbase. I've been saying it. The two coins I believe that Coinbase is going to be focusing on to push, besides Aerodrone, is going to be Zora and BankerBot. You already started to see it with Zora. They're even posting Zora content everywhere. So
EA, have you played around with a couple of AI agents that can like run their own computer, bro? They so fun to play with, bro. I don't know if you tried it yet.
nah, I haven't seen that.
You haven't
Send me
seen that
that.
yet?
Nah, I ain't even peeped that one.
Bro, I got AI agents just doing tasks for me, bro. Like, say,
Oh no,
run,
oh like
Hey, no way.
N8N.
yeah. No,
Yeah.
no, no, not even, no, no, not NAN, but I'm hip on NAN. You feel
Okay.
me? I'm talking about like agent pulling up a fucking computer screen and doing whatever I asked her to do. Hey, I need you to automate my task throughout the day. I need you to buy 6 packs of toilet paper, this, that throughout the day, and just do
Oh
all that. Order on
nah.
Amazon, all of that, bro.
I ain't that
We
deep
gotta
yet.
chop it up. We
I
gotta
ain't,
chop
I
it
ain't that deep yet.
That's
up.
crazy, yo.
Yeah, it's getting crazy, yo. We are
That's
so
wild.
close to AGI, bro,
Yeah.
bro. Connor Ayo.
Connor.
All right, bro. Yeah, I have to say Zora. Zora is probably my highest conviction play in the market right now. Just strictly with base pushing that like crazy with their base app integrating everything, and all these content coins. And I think because too, it seems like the ecosystem is starting to heat up, as in people are actually looking to Zora Eco to start buying stuff, which is just going to drive more value into the token. I don't think it's going to stop. That's what I'm looking at. Definitely Zora
So
and
is
Ask.
it?
Next Instagram.
I was just about to say, like, you know what I mean? What can I do on Zora? Because I was looking into Zora, right? And it was just like I looked at the platform. I was looking through the app. It looked kind of like an app, like a Facebook type of app, right? But then I'm
Yeah,
seeing
yeah.
like tokenized post and shit. Like,
hmm Yeah, it's. I mean, as far as what you can actually do, that's where it's like a new innovative front. And I got a video coming on that soon because there are people there, whether it's dropping content, building some sort of business, and they're using Zora, whether it's for the post fees to actually earn from their posts. There's actually a project that's doing that. They're dropping like daily podcasts or something, and they're earning fees from their posts on Zora. And it seems like there's just to me it's like an untapped area of where you can use content to actually make some sort of money from it just by posting it. And I think it's very just innovative for what's going on right now.
bro,
Social
I was
on
looking at
chain.
my base watch
Mhm.
list and like all the coins in base was up. I was like, what the fuck? The whole
Yeah,
ecosystem was like
base
5, 10,
flying,
20,
dude.
and like 300% something like like base ecosystem was definitely one of the best performers yesterday. Yeah, hey yo, is we post chain and hexing? Is that what we putting us on? What you got going on here,
Hey
man?
man, y'all already know me, same old, nothing new. You feel me? Post chain maxi. I'm buying more post X, more P hex. Um, I like this one token. It's a meme coin, but it does have utility in like that insider information. You feel me? So I'm buying Logan and Wolverine as my meme coins. The mutant community. You feel me? So yeah, man, it's gonna be a banger, bro. PTGC, which stands for the Grays Currency. That's another one. Um, Pretty much it's a self-reflection token, but the way it was coded is very intricate. You know what I'm saying? These are webmasters that figured out a huge problem of how to make money off the the MEV bots and how to reward the DAO. They have staking on this meme coin when it comes to PTGC. It's a whole ecosystem. UFO, that's another reflection token. You know, very promising. If it's paired with Pulse pushes up the price. So just think about that. Just think about like having $1 million in LP and what your meme coin will be doing on Pulse Chain. Y'all just gotta do your research. You feel me? It's a copy of Ethereum, and yeah, man.
I was just about to ask you because we hear the thesis on base. I heard the thesis on ADA Cardano, but like, what's your thesis behind this ecosystem? Like, why are you so bullish on it?
Bro, Richard Hart, and the fact that he owns more Bitcoin and Ethereum than any exchange.
That's crazy.
So listen, everything that's on Ethereum got copied over to Pulse Chain, and somehow that data, not the funds, but that data will be transferred. And when that data transferred, all that money, right? Even EA and Connor, if you had MetaMask, you probably have an airdrop of free coins on Pulse Chain, literally right now, bro.
Oh, I've been peeped that. Trust me, I seen all of it when the whole hype around Pulse Chain was going on. I checked it. I just didn't, I was getting shielded too much. I stopped liking it, so
Yeah, I feel that.
They sound like me.
not to stir up any
it was a
trouble.
little too much. It was a little too much giga brain going on over there that I didn't know.
So hold on. So for example, if Mog on ETH pumps, there's a good chance Mog on Pulse Chain will pump.
Well, it depends on who launches it and who has the keys to it. So anybody can launch that same address on there, right? Which is a little bit scary, but we got quick intel. We got all these things to where we can scan contract, and if it's published, right? You want to make sure it's published. So don't just like go on there. Like right now, Jesus Coin is on there. PayPay is on there.
Right.
You feel me?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. So like similar to like the base ecosystem, what I've seen from those Pulse Chain meme coins and basically from you and Honda, like you can hold them over time. It's not like a Solana coin where you got to be worried every 24 hours if your shit gonna go to zero, right? So like there's what I'm saying out there to anybody that's watching or new, there's still ecosystems where you can buy tokens and hold them over time, right? I've made so much TAO with my TAO subnets. Like I've made so much TAO that I'm like a TAO maxi, like how she's a Bitcoin maxi. Like I'm willing to hold my TAO multiple cycles because I got so much of it. It makes no sense not to hold it over multiple cycles if it has similar tokenomics to Bitcoin, just as EA was comparing Hex to Ethereum, right? So that's my thesis on TAO and its ecosystem. It's an AI marketplace, right? With the same tokenomics as Bitcoin. It's literally in the crossroads of two of the biggest narratives in crypto. And if you understand an ecosystem, whether it be ADA, because I know there's passive income opportunities in ADA, there's passive income opportunities in SUI, Base, whatever, you can double down on your thesis on an ecosystem and even make money within the ecosystem. So not financial advice, of course, but I would recommend anybody to, if you locked into an ecosystem, start learning. It's like its own planet, right? This is space, and each fucking layer one is a planet, and you can just learn everything about that planet. You'll find yourself not only networking, putting yourself into early opportunities, but even putting yourself in an opportunity to make a passive income, and everything is like right there. So you're not running around with your head chopped off, trying to chase Solana, trying to chase Base, just find one thing you got conviction on, a layer one, and learn everything about it. Learn everything about it.
So one more thing about Pulse Chain, man. For all y'all out there, so you don't get confused, just focus on the cores, understand the cores, Pulse and PulseX and PHEX specifically. And like Ink is a reward token. So if you if you do V2 liquidity, if you provide that, then you'll earn Ink. All right. So you don't have to buy Ink really. But yeah, man, I don't want nobody to get wrecked. So you know what I'm saying? Just if you get into it. You feel me? Don't go for the fork tokens. Don't go for it's BitTensor on there too. You know what I'm saying? I got $20 of BitTensor. You feel me? I got
Hey,
some billions.
before we go, I want to say this one thing. It's a lot of automated tools that's coming out too, guys. Like, do your research. Right? Like, a lot of this stuff that we're doing now is going to be automated, right? Portfolios are going to be automated. You're going to be able to trade in automation and just go live your life. Things are going to be automated, not just in crypto, but even in regular life. So just like start that research now. Hopefully everybody enjoyed the show. Appreciate the panel. I'm gonna tag every YouTuber's YouTube account to the title after the stream, like I did on the last one, and we're gonna try to keep this up every Friday, man, and lock everybody in. So we appreciate everybody out there, man. W's to the chat, and we'll catch y'all in the next one.
Peace.